Welcome to the channel. Today I got some rhythm shooting gameplay using the right stick and the paddle for y'all. Now, in the midst of me making this video, I had came across these tweets. Now, if you read the first tweet, you'll see just tried the paddles for like 2 hours and I have no idea what y'all was freaking out about. Now, this is an important thing I want to give it to y'all, and it's always context, right? Now, understand something. It's very important to know your audience. You know what I'm saying? And understand what your audience needs. And if you are a great comp level 2K player who can already shoot with the X button with the rhythm stick, then obviously you're not going to need to use the paddles, are you? No, you're not. Now, if you're in touch with rhythm shooting and the people and the complaints that they're having with rhythm shooting, a lot of people are good with it and they can use it and they're comfortable with it. But the biggest issue people are having with is the tempo. Meaning they're having trouble when they have to flick up on the stick to green their shots and get the tempo. They're getting that slightly late, slightly earlier. They're just messing it up altogether. Which leads me to the third tweet. It's simple thinking. Why would timing a jump shot with two paddles be easier than timing it with the stick? Question mark, LOL. Yeah, why would that be? Alright. So let me explain it to you then. So I'm going to show you how to think. Now when you're using the paddles, you press one paddle to trigger your jump shot. And then as you're moving up to the point of your release, you click the other paddle. So it's simply timing based, right? The biggest benefit was not having to worry about tempo. You feel me? So here, simple thinking, right? Alright, using the right stick, you flick down. Alright, you trigger your jump shot, but you have to move the right stick up in a controlled tempo and worrying about timing the green the shot. Now with that being said, right, I'm going to give you a bit more detail about using the right stick, using rhythm shooting. When you step further out, the tempo changes, meaning you have to flick up on it faster and the window for the tempo is a lot more particular and smaller and it's a bit more difficult to green. Now, the biggest benefit of using the paddles is that when you step back further, if you start taking limitless range shots, you don't have to worry about the tempo and it's more so about the timing. So if you click it at the right time, you'll be in better shape. Which leads me to the fourth tweet. We got a sarcastic, passive-aggressive sneak diss tweet over here. No, dude, it's a Super Zen. Watch me green this thing in my court without using my right stick. Haha, I can use a Super Zen. No, it never was a Super Zen. I never said it was a Super Zen. Now you can say, hey, maybe this tweet wasn't directed at me. Maybe it wasn't. But the shoe fit very well because I was definitely in my court greening and I know you seen the video. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you want to drop a video on it and get you some content because I know the whole, like, I know how they people think, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of a thing going on here, but hey. But that's what's going on. You feel me? You see how like they try to run off with this, run off with the sauce, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But anyways, I got some gameplay for y'all, and I'm gonna show y'all the benefit of using the right stick and the benefit of using the paddle as far as rhythm shooting goes and meter dunking. Now I have said that as far as meter dunking goes, the paddles are a lot easier, a lot better in my opinion, because it's a 1-2 click and you time it at the right point, you're gonna get a lot of greens. But rhythm shooting, as you can see, you'll see at the bottom left, tempo excellent. I'm almost like ambidextrous, you know what I'm saying, in the sense I can use the paddles or I can use the right stick. Now I will say, right, if you're wide open catching shooting, the paddles, I would say you could definitely use that there, but I am definitely comfortable using either or. It does not matter to me. Like I do use the right stick more so than I use the paddles, but that's because I'm actually comfortable with using the tempo. If you're having issues with the tempo, then use the paddles if you can. If you're on PlayStation, just use the right stick. It's that simple. I've always advised that, if you don't have access to the paddles, using the right stick is still very, very good. You know what I'm saying? But paddles can be a unique advantage if you're shooting from limitless range, especially because you don't have to worry about the change of the tempo. Just have to time your shot and it's easy to green. In that aspect, I can confirm you. I can tell you with my own experience playing this game, it is easy to green. I still green regardless with the right stick. As you can see, I have no trouble. I'm in the park. It's double rep weekend in Old Town this weekend. So this is current updated gameplay for y'all. Current updated gameplay. I do this every game. I don't even use the X button no more, or the square button if you're on PlayStation. And with that being said, there are some users who are very good with the button. Still, I've run into players who I've seen shooting high 50s with the button. The button is not for me. I don't like the button. And sometimes it's going to make you miss. It's as simple as that. Like, this is 2K. We are all playing the same game. I'm not playing a different game. I don't shoot 100% from the field. I don't shoot 70% from the field. I'm definitely like in probably the 50s, mid 50 range more recently compared to the beginning of the game where I was still figuring it out. But, a lot of games I can go 60, 70% from the field for sure. But the game, at the core of the game, the issue is sometimes they still going to make you miss even when you open, especially after you've made maybe 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. The algorithm for making you miss is just going to kick in. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem hitting 3 shots in a row, but I'm just saying at times they will make you miss. And that's more so of the problem. But, you know, they want to address, you know, we got content creators with big, massive followings. All these followers, and they want to focus on the paddles versus the algorithm that's actually making y'all miss at times. You know what I'm saying? Whether you use the paddles or the right stick, you're going to be in great shape as long as you're doing rhythm shooting regardless. It's still a lot better than using the button. I don't care what nobody say. You can see in this gameplay, I shoot catch and shoots. I shoot off the dribble. I can get to the basket. Everything stick is going to be better than everything button on this game. And it's consistent. And I get W's, and you know, and sometimes you may have a game where you don't shoot as well. Everybody does. Nobody is just that cold at 2K where they don't have off games. You know what I'm saying? Don't be misled by people just showing you clips and gameplays sparingly. Like, I'm telling you right here, like, yeah, some games I don't shoot as well, but at the same time, I can share with y'all that, hey, I also a lot of the time takes more difficult shots than most people. I'll shoot more limitless range shots. I'll shoot off the dribble threes. I'll shoot a fading three. You know what I'm saying? I'll shoot a step back three. I'll shoot a difficult shifty shooter shot where they make you give you the animation where you try to stop and catch and shoot, but they make you fade a little bit. It's like a pull up. I'll shoot a pull up three at times. You know what I mean? So all those things factor in to how you play. So at the end of the day, I always recommend use what you best using off of. It ain't no different than changing the controller setting, remapping your buttons to the paddle. If you want to play on low risk, normal risk, high risk, I definitely recommend playing on high risk, but it's no different than changing the controller setting or cutting the meter off. You can do all these different things to give you advantages in the game, so why would you stop? If you feel like you better with the paddles, then use the paddles. Some people gonna feel better. If you are a catch and shoot player and you struggle with tempo, the paddles are gonna be your friend because it's gonna be consistent timing every single time. You know, especially depending on where you at. I mean, of course, if you're a little bit deeper, it might change. But if you a corner shooter, you a wing shooter, you wait on the ball like right there. You got an Xbox, you can use the paddles. They're your friend. If not, go to the My Court practice because that's where you need to practice at. You don't need to be out here practicing rhythm shooting in the park first. You know what I'm saying? You in the rec, in the pro-am. And I know how they go. They're going to push the goalpost back. Maybe they say, oh, you do this in the park. You do it in the rec. You do it in the pro-am. I play every single game mode on the game, and I use it in every single game mode, bro. I don't shoot with the button at all anymore, except for on accident. Anybody that use rhythm shooting will know that sometimes you might press the button on accident just for who knows why. But sometimes I do it on accident. Or if I want to shoot a fade because for some reason I haven't figured out how to properly fade with rhythm shooting without shooting a step back. Now, as far as paddles go, for sure, like I say earlier, meter dunking is 10 times better using the paddles than using the right stick. For sure. The timing aspect is a lot better. It's a lot friendlier. It's easier to click. It's faster. It's like click, click, boom, dunk, green. As you see in the gameplay right here. I'm not going to lead y'all astray. Everything I come up with and I show y'all is for something that I feel like is going to benefit y'all's game or going to help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come in here and show y'all something to waste y'all time or lead y'all wrong. Now, if somebody else watched my video and they don't explain it to you properly, the main benefits of what I'm showing y'all, then that's on them, bro. They don't see it from the source. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you here, I'm gonna show you everything that I know about the game and all the moves I do, everything I do on this player, all the moves I got is posted on this channel right now. And I put the misses in here to show you that yes, sometimes you do miss, bro. Nobody shoots 100% from the field, even though they gonna show y'all clips of them shooting perfectly almost every time. But like, nah, you gonna miss the shot. You gonna miss some shots. That's just normal. It's built into the game. Nobody on this game shoots 100% from the field, 80% from the field, 90%. I've not seen no 70s. I've seen some high 50s at the highest in real life in the park. High 50. I think like I might have seen like the highest over the weekend. I might have seen was like 58, and he had a beam. And the thing about the guy is he was using the button. Now I don't know what's up with the button or what he had going on. It's like I don't know. But rhythm shooting is not as in. Using the paddles are not as in. Nothing is automatic in the game unless you're actually legitimately using a Zen or some sort of mechanic like that to time your shot. But outside of that, like, all it takes is repetition and practice and skill and you will be okay. And to be certain, like, off the dribble, I feel like I do feel a bit more comfortable using the right stick because I'm already doing my dribble moves, but then I can just flick down on the stick and then flick up. But at times, you know, if I get a quick stop, the paddles, the 1-2 paddle click, it's fire. Like, you can implement both into your game is what I'm getting at. Like, right there, catch and shoot, you wide open, it's easy, you got time, you could just click, paddle, green, or, you know, rhythm shoot. Like, either one of them, to me, they're both easy. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I understand that it might be different perspectives from different people on how they feel about them. But for me, as you can see, I have no problem rhythm shooting at all. So when it comes from my perspective, I'm indifferent. It doesn't. I don't care which one y'all use. I'm an advocate for both of them. You know what I'm saying? But what you're not gonna say is you have to always understand the advantage of using one or the other, depending on where your shortcomings are or how you're struggling with. You feel me? Now, if I feel like I was struggling with the tempo and I couldn't time it down, all right, do something different. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're using the button for most of y'all not gonna be going crazy with that button. I'm telling you. If you're using the button, you're not using the most advantage you got on the game. To be real, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot better for you to figure out how to use that rhythm shooting than to keep struggling with that button, because the button is going to make you miss, especially if you're not playing on high risk. Now, if you're playing on high risk, you're in better shape. But if you're playing on high risk in any other setting, normal, low, you're just doing yourself a disservice, because it's gonna make you miss a lot of shots, even when you normally can shoot. Now, I know that normal supposed to be like past 2Ks, but it don't feel that way. And y'all gotta remember, this is 2K. You're gonna have good games, you're gonna have bad games, and sometimes your opponent's gonna have less attributes and just be a good game. Sometimes they just have good games, and that's what happens when it comes to shooting. But anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all drop a like on the channel. Y'all be sure to subscribe, click those notifications on. Till next time, man. Densky out.